Hey, what's up everyone? This is Snackbox. Hope you all are having an amazing day. Guys, in today's video, we're going to talk about this new fusion system where we can get tokens for previous fusions and swap out traditional and mixed fusions, okay, to get the old fusions that are not available anymore as fusions. You can still pull them from shards and so on. Time-limited fusions are not available. But there is something that you might not know, and this could be quite interesting for a lot of people. In general, you're kind of limited to what champions you can fuse. But there's one thing that isn't really explained that well, in my opinion. I don't know if it is explained in here. I didn't read it all, but we actually had to, ask about this in the content creator chat, and we got a response. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that in theory, you can fuse all of these champions, okay, as many times, as often as you want. But in order for that to be possible, you have to remove that champion from your account, okay? As long as that champion is on your account, you cannot fuse him. Now, why is that interesting? There's only one reason why that could be interesting, and that is Python. Why Python? Because he is empowering, ta-da, Predator, okay? That means everyone that has a Predator can theoretically get a +4 empowerment on him, okay? It will take some time. Maybe you will pull a Python on the way to do this. But in theory, everyone can get a +4 Predator. Now, you will only get 1 token per traditional fusion, right? Mixed and traditional. You won't get a token for fragment fusions. So that means it will take like 5-6 months or whatever to get 3 tokens and then fuse Python. That also means that you might skip one of those fusions, one of those mixed or traditional fusions, which might be good. So there are definitely downsides to it. So for one, it would take a massive amount of time to get, 4 Pythons and empower your Predator to +4. And then you also miss out on those fusions that you are swapping out for Python, right? So that's kind of like the thing, but it's kind of interesting to know that it is possible. If you have a Python, you can feed him to Predator, and then you can fuse him again. Now, I cannot do this right now because my Python is built and booked, and I use him actually, right? So in Faction Wars Hard, for example. So I cannot show you this on my account, but one of my clanmates actually did it, and you can see it right here. So this was before he fed Python to Predator, and this was after. And as you can see, Python was available again, ready to be fused. And that means the champion has to be removed. Like, you cannot have a copy of that champion on your account, and then you can fuse him. Pretty interesting, to be honest, right? Now, I already checked. There's not another champion so far that empowers one of those time-limited champions. Maybe there will be in the future, who knows? But so far, I haven't seen another fusion in here. Most of these are like very, very old champions that, are only pullable from shards. And yeah, I mean, there's only Python in terms of fusions, and that's about it. But it is very interesting. That means theoretically everyone can get a +4 empowerment after some time, right? It will take maybe like 2 years or something, but in the end, it's possible, okay? If you have a +2 Predator already, maybe you only need 2 more Pythons. There you go. Maybe you will pull another one on the way to do this, right? And then you only need 1 additional Python, and that's how you get him, okay? Also, we don't know what kind of time-limited champions will come to raid 2, right? Like, there are so many time-limited champions now, especially in the last 2 years. They added so many of them. I think we're going to get at least like another 5 this year. you know, like, or 4, like the assassins here. Actually, it was 5 with Cassandra. Wait, Cassandra is not even in here. That is interesting. I don't know why, but okay, I guess it is what it is. I don't know why that is, but okay. So yeah, all of this also puts a lot more value to these traditional and mixed fusions to get those tokens, right? So you can fuse some of these old champions. I mean, Titus is pretty much meta in Hydra and Chimera. In Chimera, not so much, maybe for Clash, but that's about it. But for Hydra, he's like top 2, okay? Then there's Trunda at the top, but to run a Titus team is much more accessible for most people. Your gear doesn't need to be crazy. You also don't need to have a lot of knowledge and how to run the comp and so on. You can also get a Wixwell. You can basically get a full Titus team here. Okay, so in general, this whole token system puts a lot more value to completing fusions if it's not a fragment fusion. And yeah, with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know in the comments below if you are going for some additional Python copies. That's maybe just for advanced players, you know, that have a lot of these meta champions already that were fusions, right? Maybe you already have a Titus and it doesn't really matter to you that much. And the only thing that you are looking for is a Predator empowerment. And that's kind of like where I am at. Obviously, a Thor would be amazing. Tormin as well. I'm not so interested in the other champions that much. And I saw one champion in here that surprised me, that he only costs 1 token, and that is WOEQOVKE. Okay, WOEQOVKE is also part of, you know, some of the strongest Hydra teams because of his damage multiplying passive, and with his poisons and his continuous heals, he can boost your damage by a crazy amount. Okay, he's used in one of the top teams for Hydra, and just in general, a great damage multiplying champion. If you build him in a 9-piece protection set, every continuous heal that he puts out will give you 5% more damage. And then also with masteries and everything, his poisons will give you additional extra damage. And you can stack up so much, it is quite amazing. Then you have also Bambus in here. Absolutely amazing champion for Chimera. I used him once so far. He has that, you know, transferring debuffs. He's providing shield, increase accuracy, increase attack, decrease accuracy, decrease speed. So many debuffs. Absolutely amazing to fuse him. As well as the rebalanced Harvest Jack, even though I'm not quite convinced about him. I don't think he's that great. I think Bambus and WOEQOVKE are 2 of the most valuable champions in here in terms of end game content. And for the 2-star token fusions, I would say Mad Hatter is definitely up there with Oella maybe. And then you also have Stock for the, you know, melt comms, which is not so good anymore with Mercurial. But yeah, a WOEQOVKE and the Bambus for 1 token each. That's pretty amazing. Yeah, that's about it, guys. Don't forget to hit that like button. Also, subscribe to the channel if you want to see more raid content. The YouTube algorithm is going to suggest you a video that you might like right here, and see you in the next one.